what I wanted to do today was kind of give you guys an overview of what all's been going on and what's happening with me, just in case it does affect streaming and stuff like that. And I've always been really big on being transparent with things. So I did get some medical updates yesterday that we're gonna hash out real quick. I'm not gonna go like it doesn't require any super gross detail, but I am going to show you guys a drawing of a brain, not an actual brain, to kind of help me illustrate a little bit. All right, but give me 1 second. We're going to hop over and I'm going to show you guys how this works. Okay. So we're going to try and explain this the bestest that I can, okay? So I'm going to need a couple scenes for this. Let me do this. Okay. So I love the brain diagram. Thank you. We'll get to that in just a moment. So let me grab my thing. Let me grab my little the thing. You know the thing. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. So to illustrate my point, these right here, stairs. Okay, stairs. And then hold on. I got this. Someone with more forethought may have set this up beforehand, but seeing me struggle is part of what you guys have to deal with. So you're going to get over it. Hold on. This will make sense in a moment, I promise. Hold on. Hold on. Why do I have so many folders? I have so many folders. Here? No, here. Okay. So we're gonna take this little guy here. We're gonna grab him. Okay, so this little dude right here, this is me. That's me. So my little guy, this is me. I did that. Okay, so this is me. This is the little guy. Okay, it's we're gonna set the scene. Okay, let me get it. Hold on, I'm gonna do this real quick. It is approximately ass o'clock at night, and it's super dark, and there's stairs right here. Okay, and Here's our little Bren in the dark who cannot see shit. Okay, he's waking up. Okay, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's dark. It is 4 o'clock in the morning because a little itty bitty Bren here has to be at work at 5:30. So he has woken up. It is 4 in the morning. He is in his jammies and socks still. He's gonna go downstairs and get himself something to eat before he gets ready for work. So he comes off this top landing right here, correct? Okay, well, not correct. He actually slips when he hits this first step, and he falls. And the way he falls, he hits his head, bang, on the railing, and then boom, on the wall next to the stairs, and then he skids down the last 3 on his ass, and hits his head one final time on the floor on his way down. Okay, so these are 3 major concussion points. These are 3 points of impact that his little noggin has taken. And now he is on the ground, and he is crying, and he is very, very gingerly scrambling for his phone on the floor to call out of work. Because he is in immense pain and feels like he's gonna throw up. Okay, this is what's happening right now. So then this little Bren, we're gonna take away, it's not nighttime anymore, we're gonna take away these stairs. So then this little Bren, he goes to his buddy, who saw that he was in a lot of pain, decides to take him to the urgent care. Okay, and we're gonna add a little door right here. Okay, so our little Bren here, he goes to the urgent care, he sits and he waits his turn, and he goes in, and they say, oh, this noggin right here that you've got, this one right here, it's pretty fucking busted. You have a mild concussion, okay? You have a mild concussion, and you need to be out of work for about a week. And I was like, okay, cool. Can I get that in writing for my job? And they're like, yes, absolutely. Okay. So a week goes by. All right. A week goes by. And this little Bren decides, okay, a week has gone by. I am going to go back to work like I was told to do. Well, on the way to work, what this little Bren decides to do is he tries to drive himself to work. And what he does is he stops here and here and here and here in the car 5 times in the 30-minute trip to work because he feels like the world's rushing by and he's going to throw up. But he gets to work anyway, even though he keeps stopping the car to throw up. So he gets to work. and he's already dizzy and exhausted and his head hurts. But he works the majority of his shift, aside from the last 2 hours. Okay? Little Bren here decides that he's going to work the majority of his shift, and I don't know if you guys know what I do. I am a department supervisor at a very large store. That works with construction workers and businesses and contractors and things of that nature. I fulfill these orders. I lift lumber, I drive forklifts, I fill out paperwork, I do a lot of computer work. Like, I'm a little bit of everything because I'm a department supervisor. So my job is a little bit of everything. To work, we go through the work day. I tried to drive a forklift. Lil Bren here decides that he's feeling frisky and he needs to get his job done, and people are yelling at him. So he gets on the forklift, immediately gets dizzy, shuts the forklift off, and gets back off of it. And he has to go home about 2 hours early, and then he drives all the way back home, and he stops again about 3 or 4 times on the way home to throw up on the side of the road. Okay, so what he does then is he goes back to the urgent care, okay? And he is not having a good time. Actually, hold on, let's do this, hold on. So this little Bren is now... He is now Hort. Okay, so we're gonna swap out our little Bren here. So now we have a hoarded little Bren. Okay. So this little Bren, who is very dizzy and upset and confused because he was told to go back to work, decides, okay, this is not right. He goes home, he sleeps for the night and sees if he feels better in the morning, and he doesn't. So then he has his friend drive him back to the urgent care because driving has proven to be a bad idea. Alright, so little Bren goes back to the urgent care, and they go, oh, no, this is not what we thought it was. You need to go to a different doctor, okay? So they set him up for a different doctor, and they tell him to take another week off of work, okay? So then they sent him to the we're gonna call him the better doctor. Okay, so Bren goes to this better doctor, and the better doctor says, hey, you are severely concussed. Oop, I hit the wrong button. You are severely concussed, and you need to be, this noggin right here, this noggin, fucking busted, bro. You need to be out for at least 3 to 6 months for proper healing time. Because you do not have a mild concussion, you have a severe concussion. Okay? So, I go to the doctor, he settles things with my insurance company, I am off work for 3 to 6 months. We decided to go with 3 months initially, and then it would be pushed to 6 months if I didn't show significant improvement. Well, so, fast forward, and Bren is going back to the better doctor, okay? You're following? We're going back to the better doctor, the good doctor. And he's like, okay, so at this point in time, you should have about a 24 to 25% improvement rate. But this little guy right here with the busted noggin only has about 10% of an improvement rate that he needs. Okay? And they're saying, hey, that's kind of fucked, and you need to not be doing that. So then the better doctor says, you know what? I know what you need. You need to go to the specialist. You're going to the brain doctor. You're going to the neurologist. It's big people time. I don't have what you need to diagnose you and help you. So we're going to send you to the brain doctor. Well, what they don't say is that the brain doctor place only has one, count it, one concussion specialist. And that concussion specialist isn't available until September. So, in the midst of that, deal with it. Okay, so I put my name on the list, on the little listy, this little Bren right here. He's on the list to get in earlier if there's a cancellation. And there was a cancellation, so I got to go yesterday. I got to go to the special brain doctor yesterday. Okay, so I go in and I'm sitting with her, and she's super, super cool, and she's super nice. And she says, hey, okay, so I'm gonna lay this out for you, and I'm gonna show you how she showed me. Okay, you ready? Okay, so when I was falling down the stairs, I had 3 points of impact. Okay, I have this right here at the base of my skull, which is at the bottom of the little brain here, connected to the spine. Right here where the spinal cord was. I hit right here with the railing of the stairs, and then I fell to the side and smacked me right here in the brain. Okay, and then on the way to the floor, I hit over here. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3. That is 3 whole points of impact, okay? And this is what I didn't know, because I've never been to a neurologist. The last time I had a concussion, it was a concussion that was bad enough that I don't remember anything about it or the several months afterward. Because the later story, I had a crock pot fall on my head. I suffered a severe concussion as a child. I didn't know until like way later when my parents elaborated for me when I got this concussion. Because if you've had a previous concussion does in fact affect a current concussion. So that is something that I had to come to terms with later. Anyway, so this little guy right here, whoopsie. Okay. Him's got brain damage, okay? But more severe brain damage than originally anticipated. So what they have told me is that every single one of these 1, 2, 3, each one of these impact points is its own concussion. So I have been stumbling around and trying to do my job, and my doctor said, "Hey, what the fuck?" So the neurologist now has me set up. Because I have these 3, 1, 2, 3 points of impact, and I am suffering from 1, 2, 3 separate concussions in this little noggin of mine, it seems like I am in for a long haul recovery, because the reason I'm recovering so slow is because I am suffering from 1, 2, 3 concussions. Because each point of impact is its own concussion site. And what that requires is I'm going to be going to 1, 2, 3 types of recovery therapy. So I'm going to be going to physical therapy for this one, for my neck, because neck tension and pain is a large part of concussions. I'm going to be going one for cognitive therapy, because my short-term memory and retention has been really fucked. And then I am also going to vision therapy, because my eyeballs are not working properly and I see double sometimes. So, in the span of the last 3 months, I have discovered these things slowly but surely. So, what we know, okay, our facts. We're gonna lay out our facts here. Let me grab this little guy. We're gonna put him right here. Okay, so this little guy right here. All right. What have we learned? What have we learned? What is our takeaway? 1. Big brain damage. Big. Very big brain damage. Very large. Okay? Impressive even, honestly, from what I've been told. Okay? 2, long time. Very long time healing. Very long time heal. It's going to take quite a while. This is gonna be... We're in this for the long haul. Okay? 3, ow. Very ow. Very not good. Very ow. Okay, so now this is the end of our health update with Bren. But at the end of the therapies that I have been scheduled for, I will know for certain if any effects will be long term and or permanent. We're really hoping that at the end of the therapies that I'm going to be taking, that all, if not all of the symptoms will hopefully be resolved, but there's really no telling until I do it. So, alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you all have a fantastic day, night, or evening, wherever you're at, and I hope to see you next time. Alright, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye!